We are live for the first time ever, and this is episode 8, as you could probably tell. This is the Halloween edition. I am the Ruckosaurus, so we have Luigi Puddles, straight from Eugene, and Miami Mike, straight from a Harvard strip club on Miami Beach. How's everybody doing tonight? We doing fantastic. It's Halloween tomorrow, but everybody has, well, not everybody, but some have kids, so they got to take care of other stuff. But we did our best to dress up a little bit. It is hot as heck with this stupid $2 Dollar Tree hat on, but I think we will figure it out. Warm is probably something that Puddles normally doesn't like. Isn't that right, Puddles? You like it nice and cool, a little wet? Oh, you like it hot? You like hot or hot? Oh, Puddles likes it hot. You nasty duck. All right. Fair enough. All right, so we've everybody introduced. I'm Eric. Nick is behind the mask. How are we doing tonight, Puddles?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Best intro of all time. Good luck following that up, Luigi Chatham.
I got nothing. I don't know how to follow it up. And you crushed it with my Luigi voice I have to come up with the next day while battling a cold. So I'm excited to walk around a suburban neighborhood with 8-year-olds with this mustache. I feel like that's going to go super well when I'm taking candy from a bunch of kids. No, I am excited. Just another horrible weekend of fantasy football. I really appreciate us having a podcast to show how incompetent I am. And yeah, I'm excited. We've got, Creeper up there and Miami Mike, who has been working hard on that get up. And I am impressed.
Puddles is not impressed. Miami Mike, how was it on the beaches of perversion tonight?
We saw how much fun the Eagles had last week after beating us 31-17, and we said, "Hey guys, let's go do that." That looked like a lot of fun.
I got a question there, Mike. So we're the same age, not you and Luigi, but you and Chatham. We're the same age. You grew up in a large town in Colorado, Aurora, compared to Angels Camp, which is 2,000 person town. We grew up with a lot of dads who were involved in our lives that were terrible at telling jokes. And since you're going to Germany, I'm wondering if you have prepared yourself appropriately to deliver some dad jokes, circa Middle America, small town USA. Just wondering.
What did the German clockmaker say to the clock that only went tick, tick, tick?
It's 9.
We have ways to make you talk.
Okay, it was good. It was good one.
That's more of a Southern Germany type joke, but go ahead.
What do you call a pissed off German?
This is a good one. I like this one. I got it.
Sauerkraut.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
Yep. Good. Okay. Last one. We'll move on. How do Germans tie their shoes?
I don't know.
With little Nazis.
Oh, that's not good. That's
Gets them every time.
Even in my time, that wasn't acceptable.
It gets a big thumbs down.
Yeah, but last 2 comments on playing in Germany. 1, I don't know why they're putting the best game of the season on at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
2, Tyreek's really excited. We're gonna throw the ball to him 47 times. Yeah, I'm thinking like 700 yards, 10 to 15 touchdowns just for Tyreek.
Yeah, he's gonna hit 2,000 this game.
Yeah,
on the
just
season.
in this game.
Yeah.
Not for the season, just this game.
Break the record for the season in this game.
Yeah.
All right, when you want to call a deep pass, can you call it the Autobahn? Is that just go fast? I don't know if cheetahs are legal in Germany, but we'll have to figure it out. All right, so Let's get on with this broadcast tonight. We have a couple of topics that we're going to talk about. The first one includes a trade between Ryan and Warren, how something else almost interfered with that potentially, but we'll talk about that trade. And then if you were with us last week, we had our redo mock draft of what happened earlier this year. We got through basically round one, I think maybe one more possible pick to go. So tonight we're going to get into some more of those sleepers in round two. That and a whole bunch more stupid stuff coming up right now on the League of Extraordinary GMs podcast, episode number Snowman. Chatham apparently likes to be a part of trades that never actually come to fruition or become realistic. So how about some drafting scenarios, which too will never become a reality because we're redoing the draft again. Last time we did round one.
But we went Bijan 1, JSN 2, Addison 3, Flowers 4, Puka 5, Stroud 6, HN 7, Gibbs 8, A-Rich 9, and Rice 10.
Gotcha.
Back
Okay.
up, buddy.
Hey guys, given what you saw tonight, would you adjust Gibbs's position?
Yeah. Yeah, I think about it, but honestly, in Dynasty, you don't react to 1 to 2 week bursts. You want to see, David Montgomery is not going anywhere, and I expect when he comes back, I think he's going to step right back into the same role he had before. So, and if David Montgomery is going to be there for a couple years with that contract, it seems like he is. Before I made an adjustment to Gibbs, I'd want to see that relationship play out over the rest, maybe the next 3 to 6 weeks just to see.
I would feel comfortable because we had Puka at 5, and I think none of Puka's numbers suggest anything special as an athlete, but he has been an incredible football player this year. So if you're just going on an upside in a dynasty, I could easily see popping Puka from the 5th to the 8th, and then just moving Stroud, HN, Gibbs up. And so then it's just Stroud at 5, HN at 7, or HN at 6, Gibbs at 7. But I don't. Yeah, I'm on Warren's team. I mean, again, one week.
Still don't like him more than H-Han though. I mean, Mike doesn't for sure.
So I'll say that I would much rather be tethered to the offensive juggernaut, and I do think. What I think is kind of cool is and we'll talk about this a little bit later if we get to Bryce Young or CJ Stroud and the comparison there, is I just think that the Detroit's just done the best job accumulating talent, right? And they're slow build there. But man, how could you ever argue with what Mike up there is doing down in Miami? Why wouldn't you be, again, every year you're supposed to chase the right offenses, and people chase the Bengals, and it seems like they're on the right track now, but Miami, I mean, outside of 1 week, you want all of them.
It'll be interesting to revisit this in another month, right? I mean, your opinions change, especially on rookies, a lot over the first year because it's such a small sample size. You don't want to get too carried away moving week to week. But yeah, it's funny to think how just 1 week, you're like, oh man.
Or even Addison. Right? I might drop.
Well,
Addison.
yeah. I mean, with Kurt
now
done
no
for
Kurt.
the year, that changes a lot.
They don't even have a QB2, right? They've got Mullins is on IR till week 10, so I don't even know the person that they're starting next week. I mean,
I am feeling good about that JSN pick at number 2, though.
Exactly. The top 2 are pretty strong.
Anyway, so Chatham.
I think that Cude should go in place of Addison there.
Well, we spent a lot of time we
Just
spent
me.
a lot of time last week talking about the difference between Rice, Dell, and Downs, and so I'm just going to make it kind of a quick one. I'm going to go with Dell.
Yeah.
To Warren's point that he made, the fact that a rookie quarterback went to his head coach and said, "This is the guy I want," and the guy just put up unreal numbers,
So you
unbelievable
want
numbers.
Stroud's wide receiver, not Young's.
Oh my God, Young's wide
Got it.
receiver. Does Mingo even exist? Yeah, so I'm going to go Dell, make it a quick, easy one because we talked about him a bit last week.
Good
Mike,
pick.
you got pick number 2 of the second round.
Yeah, should I just go Bananarama right here, or do you think he's going to drop a bit?
Charbonnet.
You going to go Bananarama?
No.
Okay. I was like, but for real?
Oh, that was impressive, though. We can talk about that at some point when if he gets drafted.
Not getting drafted.
No, I'm so for me right here at this spot, I'm really torn between Kendre, Roshan, and Marvin Mims, and right now there isn't a clear pick. I think Judy's gone after this year, and Cortland Sutton does not impress me. So you think about, when it comes to dynasty, like who's going to be relevant for 2 to 3 years, especially at the wide receiver position. And it seems like Mims will be. He's fast, man.
And
he runs a 4.38 40, and he's like 91 percentile burst score. Looks very impressive, just not, he's not getting the target share yet. He's behind Sutton and Judy, the established 1 and 2. I think I'll go Mims because I like in Dynasty, I typically lean wide receiver first, figure out the running backs later. I'm going to go Mims here at the 202
when we get there.
When he gets
but I'm going to go Roshan.
Yeah, go ahead.
The dude's a stud.
You're taking Downs?
No. I'm taking Roshan. I'm going Roshan. Because to your point, I mean, I think that's a super clear path to success in the next 3-4 years, right? I mean, Herbert was a gimmicky guy, and I know people were high on him because he was drafted by them. And then Foreman has been a career backup, and Roshan's just been injured, right? Like a concussion, etc. But the only thing that kept Roshan from being a first round pick was Bijan, right? Like the dude's been a stud at every level. Man, I'm excited. He catches the ball great. He's a big, strong guy. So I also picked Roshan, I think pretty close to here. I think I picked him in the first. I got him at the 109 in the first.
Yeah, Player Profiler was really high on him. One of the main reasons was because he dominated the Senior Bowl, although he only played the first day because he broke his wrist. That's all he needed. He looked spectacular.
All right, so let's move on. And guys, we still have a first-round projectable player on the board here in midway through the second round. Is anybody going to take a stab?
I'm not sure who you're referring to.
I'm writing this whole thing. So it says right here, 1.10, Sam Laporta.
Nice. You got that one. Warren hates tight ends.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that at some point.
And that's what confused me at the beginning when I thought we had one last pick in the first round. It was just a first-round player slid to the second round, and my brain couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, so since you brought it up, we won't break stream. So Eric's in the rookie draft, right? He's just on his phone. He's not chatting with us. He doesn't know shit about our league or Dynasty. And I think it was in the second round. I think it was the second round. Eric had a pick. And he grabbed Dalton Kincaid. And we paused the draft. We're like, wait a second, Eric, now. We don't even require tight ends here. So all of these ranking services, they assume you have to have a tight end, so they get ranked much
Gotcha.
higher than they deserve to be relative to the running backs and wide receivers. So we paused the draft, removed the pick for Eric. I texted him. He's like, don't take a tight end. We don't need tight ends. So he ended up taking somebody else. And at the end of the draft, we let Eric just make his second to last pick in the draft, and he took Sam Laporta.
Which is a good
we're
pick.
just laughing because he's took the first tight end of the draft, and he didn't even stay with the same guy. Changed it up. Like,
So here's the difference. I knew that the draft was very heavy on tight ends. I loved Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Mayer. I loved him as well.
yeah, I love
I
Michael
knew there was
Myers.
a lot of tight ends,
Hilarious.
but the inability to understand about how that relates to fantasy football and specifically in our league, there was a cord that was cut, and I can't correlate the two. So half my brain was right, but the part that mattered was not. All right. So if you guys don't want to draft,
and
then you got
Laporta's
the last
proven to be pretty good
because Sam Laporta has been amazing.
He's been great.
He's like he's a wide receiver 2-3 borderline. I mean, look tonight, 10 targets, 15 fantasy points.
He's a fucking beast.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Tight end right?
Yeah. Yeah. And the truth is, like, there's not much coming up there, and you would much rather have someone like that than a shot at I don't know, like I took Tillman in the middle of the third.
Shit, I probably should have taken him over Mims. I'm taking Sam Laporta right here.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta.
That was a long way to get to where I was trying you to go.
Warren. You know what, Ruckosaurus, you crushed that. Nice job, sir.
Thank you.
So Puddles, like, do you have any? As Chatham's up here, we're midway through the second round. Any thoughts, suggestions?
Well, maybe a requirement. I mean,
more references.
Well, I mean, Chatham seems to really like the running backs more. So, Charbonnet has not been taken yet. And he projected right at, right here.
That is tough.
Should make perfect sense.
If I have to take a running back, is it at this one? Is it Miller or Charbonnet? I will tell you, I drafted Miller in our league and picked him up off waivers in a redraft in the second week, and was like, this is it. And I have been so bummed because he's been so riddled. Like, the guy is incredible. He's been so riddled with injuries, like his entire young adult life. And we
only
talked
throw the
about
ball to
Sharp.
Kamara, though. They don't run it.
No, they don't. Kamara leads like the world in receptions right now, right? I mean, I think it's something ridiculous. Like, he outpaces the next running back in targets by like 4 a game. So, hopefully Derek Carr falls into the same fire that Jimmy G falls into, and they replace that there, because both teams just cannot get it going. But I think, Mr. Puddles, I think I might side with you. And if I am forced to pick a running back, it's going to be the Sharps. Ah, man.
So now everybody watching knows who pulls the strings in this stuff.
Is it this way? It's this way.
Yeah.
Well done, Puddles.
I will say he probably is the highest value handcuff in the league right now. Can you think of a more valuable handcuff? Maybe.
No, I think
Jordan Mason
have some value in the next couple of years.
Yeah, maybe
Dynasty.
Spears. But
he's the same age as Walker, though. He's going to pass Walker?
No, Walker's going to get hurt.
Yeah, that's it.
So and then he will. Handcuff. Then he'll pass him.
And he'll pass him. All right, Warren, you're up.
2 surprise picks in a row.
Yeah, Puddles, can we mess with Warren? I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just saying. Miami Mike just needs speed. He doesn't care. He don't care.
He just messed with himself with the Laporta.
He did.
Or Eric did it for him. He doesn't need any help.
Miami Mike's going to draft Tank Bell's brother, Fank Bell, who could run a 4-0. out of the kicker position.
I'll take Kendre. You passed on him. I think Kamara, I think his contract's pretty
Unstoppable.
secure next year as well.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's also, he's that same age as CMC. I think they're like 27, 28. They're definitely past the apex at this point. I think Kendre's opportunities are coming soon.
Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, if he can stay healthy, he could absolutely replace skill. Like what he does is what Kamara does. He's just younger. Okay. So walking into this one, I also have a fantasy boss at quarterback. However, he seems like a dum-dum. I mean, has he had a complete game, a 4-quarter game, right? First game he went out and it was like a shoulder / he died on like the second to last play. And then I think he's played in like 3 games. And if A-Rich is able to learn how to slide, he's gonna, I mean, all the stats are there.
Are you taking Hendon Hooker?
I did take Hendon Hooker in our real draft, I think. Did I take him in the real draft?
I think so.
I did, at the end of the third. Yeah, I don't know if he's still alive. I think he works for like National Rental Car now. But I am going to take Bryce Young.
Okay,
I feel like he
tell us
the shortest career of all time.
Tell us the story.
So Warren's confirmation bias issues are that one.
Yeah, my issue with your confirmation bias.
It's all.
I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll be back when Chatham's done.
Oh, well, we're good. So then I'm just gonna say how great he is. So I got to watch Bryce Young in high school. I live right here, and modern day was amazing. Bryce Young lost like 2 games ever, and then we all saw what he did at Alabama with incredible talent and then okay talent his last year there. And honestly, if you watched him on Sunday against the first pick in this draft, he's better. He makes better decisions. He's growing. He's smarter. He's a tiny little man. And all of the stuff coming out of training camp was easy to mock how small he is. He does not have the same talent. He doesn't have a Tank Dell or a Nico Collins. His best receiver is Thielen, who is as old as I am. And so I just feel like this man will keep getting better. I can say this about what Warren and I have argued about, because in a draft he let me pick and I picked Bryce Young. He wanted CJ Stroud. I do think fantasy football, both the other quarterbacks are better for fantasy football. I think actual football, I don't see Anthony Richardson with a super long career. I think the bottom of his career is what's happening to Fields. And I hope that's not what happens to Richardson. I hope he has a better career than that. And the top is, maybe Cam Newton, but that would be ridiculous. And then with CJ Stroud, who knows? He had 3 great games and he's had 3 terrible games since. So I do think that Bryce Young gets made fun of, and it's unfair because he's made some plays this weekend that were just incredible. He made 3 or 4 plays this weekend that CJ Stroud didn't make. He reads the defense very well. He makes great. He has such an accurate arm. So I don't know if it's good for fantasy. I think in a super flex, he is, and I'm trying not to let Warren trade him away, going to be great for a decade, like a Jimmy G style decade. But so anyway, I'm a fan.
Is he still growing?
No. No, he'll stay 5'6" in a quarter. 132 pounds. Exactly what I was as a freshman.
Oh, yeah. I just noticed we had some comments on the live stream from Liam Backus, just letting us know he lost by 0.06 points because he had Jacobs and the other guy had Goff. Cool. Thanks, buddy.
I'm a fan. Liam's our first fan, by the way. Liam, Puddles is going to come give you a hug.
He's into the Chargers, too. I love it.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Anyway,
Welcome, Liam.
bring us
Welcome,
back, Ruck. Where are we?
I have no idea. Halfway through the second round draft, I'd imagine.
I almost spit everywhere.
Uh,
With the 8th pick, Ruck.
Yale, you're up, right?
No, it's back to Miami.
Oh, it's you. They're the Yale Bulldogs, right?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Not Mario. Go.
Yeah, I think I will go with a bigger wide receiver. We need some size on the outside. You know, somebody who another guy who was a standout at the Senior Bowl. You know, he doesn't really have that ankle breaking wiggle like a Zay Flowers does.
Are we going Mingo?
But he's got good hands.
He's going Hawaii. He's going high.
Use the ball. I'm going Michael Wilson. This guy looks to be. I think he's going to become the number one target in Arizona for Calamari.
For who?
They just announced it. It's Calamari next week. No,
Did they really?
I mean, realistically, it will be Hollywood. He'll get more targets, but I think that over time, I think Michael Wilson will move into a nice, not quite Mike Evans.
3-bedroom ranch on a golf course.
Hey, Stanford kid. What else do they do?
So yeah, I'm gonna go Michael Wilson here.
Guy is a stud. I mean, he was all conference last year. He's, second team All America. Guy's a freaking stud.
Well, and according to my memory, he's 6'2", 215, and he runs a 4.5. So, I mean, that's just off the top of my head.
So,
Thanks.
this Ruckosaurus. Also, I did read today they are shopping Hollywood, and so if they
I wouldn't shop in Hollywood. It's way overpriced. Come to South Beach.
I was gonna say, lives in
I
Miami.
think Michael Wilson will shop in Hollywood.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
when
gonna
you
go
get
quick.
this
I'm gonna go
second
down.
contract.
I'm going down. I'm staying small. That's my makeup. Todd's tall people are overrated. They've got big beaks and they freak me out. Josh Downs is a man, and anything that says comps to Wandale Robinson, give Wandale Robinson a quarterback, and he's little Debo. So I'm taking Josh Downs. Quick one. We talk about Josh Downs a ton.
Get out of here.
Little Debo.
I like the rapid fire from Not Mario. Mike, what do you got?
Mario's a bad brother.
You know what? It's the last pick in our second round rookie mock. I'm gonna let Puddles make this pick for me.
Either Bananarama or Kincaid. Because he loves tight ends.
Well,
Let's go Bananarama just because he's the hot topic.
Yep.
He's
I
going
like
to be a star.
Even Puddles passed on Huge.
He's not as funny right now.
Huge is not
Oh,
funny right
man.
now. No.
That was an impressive game.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Cody Carpentier, formerly from Player Profiler. He's now moved on to Roster Watch. His number one QB in this class was Will Levis.
Why?
He thought he was Josh Allen reincarnated.
Yeah, he's a big dude with a massive
Huge
arm.
dude with a cannon. And he displayed that cannon yesterday. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Like Albert said, like that, I think it was the second or third touchdown. Threw it 60 yards in the air on his back foot. He didn't even step into it.
Yeah.
He's the Johnny Manziel of NFL football now.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it really was awesome. And it was so unexpected. And it was weird. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we have a couple of rookie spotlights that we want to, I guess, highlight, and we'll give Chatham a chance, and then followed by Warren. Chatham, who do you want to highlight in our rookie spotlight right now?
I was actually just going to give Puddles a chance at the tier 1 QBs. Oh, so sexy.
Are you trying to make some baby ducks? What's going on?
Well, it's my intro music. Thank you very much.
Now on stage,
It only
Puddle.
took 54 minutes.
Puddles.
Feeding the ducks. I was like, oh, let's see what happens.
I don't like it. All right, Puddles. Who's the number 1 QB in this draft?
Well, I think that there's going to be a surprise in the Heisman race. But it shouldn't be too surprising because there's billboards of him all over New York. It's Bo Nix.
I think you might be right about the Heisman. For real. If he goes on to win the Pac-12,
yeah,
and you have any fall off, I mean, really at all from the Big Penix, then Caleb's pretty much out. Caleb is out at this point. Drake never had a shot at it, I don't think. Ewers, when he lost to Oklahoma, he's out. I mean, it is a quarterback. It is a quarterback award. So I think if Nick goes on to win the whole thing, I currently think that it's pretty easy for the Big Penix. Oh, he's got it. Oh, what are we showing?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, stop it. You got to play the music again.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, multimedia. 2 things happening at once?
Feed the ducks.
We talking about Bo Nix 2022, baby.
Did you just say beat the Phoenix? That's bad. Okay.
That wasn't a good throw. That was a terrible throw. The hell was that?
Kincaid would have caught it.
Hey, Puddles, there you
got
go.
it.
Marvin Mims would have dropped
Jerseys
it.
are fire, though.
Fire. They have the best jersey.
The jerseys they wore against the Huskies were garbo. They're like,
yeah, those were not good.
Dirty gravel.
Yeah, I don't know how they beat this team, this Eastern Washington team. It was really close. Okay,
I don't really know how to end this.
Okay.
Neither does Bo Nix.
Caleb and Drake are the top 2. I think that, again, recency bias, Drake is having a great year and has had a great, maybe 12 months, middle of last season on. So it's interesting to see if he's able to climb into, the actual NFL draft top. If he's able to surpass one, if he does, I think it'd be stupid. Caleb Williams is a really special asset and offers all the things that Mahomes offers. But Drake could be really good. Drake could be like back to Nix. Drake could be a Herbert. I mean, he's just a big guy with a big arm, who's really smart and moves pretty well. So he'll be a top 5 guy. And then Caleb's probably he's probably the easiest number 1 in a long time. Where last year I was you take the 5'3" Lilliputian, or do you take the guy from Ohio State who almost killed Georgia? Caleb should be really easy.
No, I just think that this downturn in SC's results is actually going to be good for him long term. I think he's going to grow out of it really well, and that might not show up in the draft, but it doesn't need to. He's already going to go number 1, but I think it'll make him a better player.
Yeah, down here I've got buddies who's whatever, they're way too invested at SC, and God, I hate that school. And they think he's going to shut it down. When they lose this weekend, they're pretty certain that that's it. He's just going to shut down. He's going to say I'm hurt, and he's going to start working out and blah blah.
What do you think about the part where the rumor that he's trying to have some kind of ownership of whatever team that he goes to?
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Talk about player leverage. Yeah,
it's just not American, right? That is European soccer. That's
and then he stays with that team, continues to buy more shares or whatever of it, more percentage, and then at some point he can literally then fire his own coach mid-game if he wants to.
It's not a thing. That's just not an American sports. That's not going to happen. It's a good call. Why not? Why not? You're 20 years old. What do you know?
Yeah.
Or does you throw that on the table or spread that rumor as a bargaining chip? And it's now when he wants all these slightly less absurd stuff, it sounds like we can actually accommodate that.
Yeah, full foot in the door.
It may not be American sport, but it's American capitalism, Luigi.
Yeah. Yes, agreed. I totally agree. I just don't see any way it works in American sport.
Nah.
But I don't hate on it at
No,
all.
I don't think you can. You can't have a player who has an ownership stake in a team. That seems massive conflict of interest.
Weren't they talking about that with Brady and the Raiders? That was
Yeah, he
About
has
how-
a stake in the Raiders.
About how he could not, if they wanted to theoretically.
yeah. He
play
couldn't
him,
come
he
in and play
Yeah, no
because
way.
Jimmy G sucks.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, I think if the Raiders get the number 1 pick somehow, then he can just outright buy it with his NIL money for Mark Davis for what was it worth? $4 million.
4 million. Hey, after all these people watching us tonight, we could probably get that.
Come on, hold on.
Liam,
Bring back your friend, you and your friends, Liam. Try to get a horse over
love
here.
Liam. Liam, I'm naming my 5th kid after you.
Bacchus. All
Only
right.
he knew.
We got anything else?
Let's pick up the rookie spotlights next week.
I just want to note that Chatham said that Caleb Williams was going to lose this week, which is not true.
Who are they playing?
Washington.
Oh, I apologize. You're right.
I don't know.
You
Washington
say they're
didn't
going to
look really
beat
good
the Huskies?
They didn't look good against Stanford.
No, Washington's been looking pretty shabby
Dude,
ever since we knocked their ass.
The Phoenix is going to poop all over USC. USC is so bad. God, it makes me happy.
Yeah, well, you didn't lose money on it. All right. We're saving everything else for next week and calling this the very first successful live edition of our podcast episode.
Yeah, I mean, with that many viewers, it's banner day. It's
Can we get a T-shirt made that says Liam?
5,000.
Yeah, Liam.
That's amazing.
Liam, our first. Yeah, Liam, our first. He needs a gift bag of some sort.
We also need just a picture. I don't care what he looks like.
I feel like he just basically like lit a bag of poop on our doorstep while we're in the middle of a show.
Should we go with a Liam Nielsen picture, or should we go with like someone handsome?
So it looks like he's a Chargers fan. So let's take the over exuberant lady from the nationally televised game last week with the Chargers, and then just refer to that as Liam.
Yep.
Hey, if you guys Google Liam Gallagher, that's what I think he looks like. I'm going with Liam Gallagher. We need Liam Gallagher's face on our first T-shirt, and it says "First Fan."
This is also why you don't want to be the first and only comment on somebody's live stream because real fast.
Liam, we have nothing to do. I'm so happy that you have less to do than nothing. This is awesome. I love you.
All right, we good? Well, on behalf of Mario's brother, Kyle Shanahan's son, soon to be big enough to challenge him in a fight, and our favorite pond dweller, Puddles, hanging out with us tonight. Going full Miami, Mike. All right, we'll see you guys in about a week from now.